cheese.
Oh my god, the first cheese at night. Yeah, so for anybody that's new in and for any faces that missed the last couple of episodes, welcome back. And yeah, we've been up to some stuff. Hold on, let me get my fucking document. Decided to just go yeet just as I looked at it. I'm not even joking. I clicked on it and it fucking flew off somewhere. Yeah, we were out trading for components last week. So I've still got a caravan on the map, and it's still got to do a trade with Blue. It's still headed over to here, but it's a trade with these two last week, which was great because they actually had quite a lot of components. And like I've still got to sell beer and psych tea and shit off them, but yeah, we should be fine. Also, for anybody that can hear Phoenix like screaming in the background, that's my cat. Don't worry about him, he's fine. He's 15 and he screams at night. So welcome to my channel. Yeah, we were building this. We were extending the houses because I realized I had a couple of people starting to sleep in the freezer again. So obviously we took a few more prisoners. I ended up separating my prison in half because I wanted to make sure we didn't have as many like prison outbreaks and shit, because we had like 6 prisoners. We've got a couple in. We got Regal and I can't fucking remember the other one, but we got Regal and I guess I'll say down the bottom here, won't it? Hold on. When we get to the bottom. Yeah, Valso. They were the two that decided to join, which was good. I wasn't expecting to get Valso so quick, but Regal was pretty quick to it. So, yeah, that's all fine. But, I changed around, like, some grow rooms. Nothing super important or anything like that. I just swapped around. We got an indoor Devil Strand area growing because I was going to do it outside, but I noticed that since I allowed my thrombos back into this area, all my shit keeps getting eaten. So yeah, I made it indoors because I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time with Devil Strand because it takes forever to grow and we're coming through winter, so everything's going to slow right down. Cat's scared of the dark. I don't think he's scared of the dark per se. I think like he's 15 years old, right? His vision's not the best. Like we call him like T-Rexing basically, is where like as long as you don't move, he's not 100% sure that you're there. Like he can see you, right? But like it's motion based mostly. So like if he's walking around at night, he can't really see too well, and it was never really an issue until we got Azula. We've had Azula for a few years, and the problem is Azula's like twice his body weight, maybe even 3 times his body weight. And she will just come out of anywhere and like pounce him and stuff. And so like he's got a legitimate fear to worry about wandering around at night, because like in the worst case scenario, he gets pounced on, you know. So yeah, like he is 15. He doesn't have like super cloudy eyes or anything like that, but his vision is not that great. But yeah, at nighttime, it's more so we have a window open. I kind of figured out that what it was is we have a bat that keeps kind of like hanging out in a tree or something outside of our like spare fucking bathroom window. And we leave that window open most of the time for like ventilation and stuff. And Phoenix just gets up on that window and just like screams to the night, like every night. But we figure he's probably screaming at the bat. Probably. It's not always there, but I figure like sometimes it is, and I assume that's what he's screaming at. The rest of the time, like he will sometimes be with us, and then he'll leave our room to go and scream in another room that we're not in that room. So I don't know, nothing can please him. But yeah, that's like the average night. Like just imagine it's like 3 a.m. all the lights are out, it's dark as shit. You're laying in bed all snuggly, and next minute your cat just starts screaming at the opposite end of the house like it's being fucking drowned or something, and you're just like, is he being senile? Or is he okay? Like, or is he hurt kind of thing? Because, like, most of the time he's just fine. But, like, at least for, like, a while, we definitely got up and checked and shit. But, yeah, no, we figured out that he likes to just go and scream at night. That's what he does. That and patrol. He gets into like a neurotic thing where he patrols the house endlessly. So he gets stuck in like a lapping loop, and I'll notice he's doing it sometimes. And if I can, the only way if I can snap him out of it is to really like shut him into like a room where we are, like the computer room or like the bedroom or something like that. Just somewhere where we are, we'll do it. That way he can't keep going in the loop, because otherwise he'll do it for hours. And I don't think he knows he's doing it. So yeah, I think it's just senior cat moments for the most part. I know they've got extra psychic suit pulses. I don't really have a lot of like spare money. I'm here mostly for getting rid of the drugs and buying components and stuff. I don't need to buy the expensive ones right now. And I do have a shit ton of rice, so maybe we do actually buy those. Hold on. I was looking at the fact that if I didn't have money, I wouldn't get it, but we have a lot of rice. I brought rice for this trade. I probably don't need to start with that amount. That might be too much. But I'll get some meat and stuff because we're low on meat. And I could get the lavish meals. That'll probably make a few people happy, but I won't get that. Got medicine, steel components. I could buy more plasteel. I am looking at doing bionics and shit soon. So, God, whenever I say bionics, the first thing I think of, I automatically just think of, there used to be like this model building set thing. That's where my brain goes to. It's not like, it's not the number I want. It's not the, you know, the fucking enhancements that improve people's lives. It's automatically just little robots. That's where my brain's at. I want to kind of edge this up a little bit slower. Where's that snow time? What, here or where you are? It rolls around in snow. Oh, what Vikings doing? Got it. Yeah, no, Vikings loving the snow. Whenever it gets nice and cool, he absolutely has a ball. We don't get snow here. At the moment, it's summer. It hasn't... Sorry. It hasn't been too bad. So far, heat-wise. Like, it's been pretty nasty, but we've got the aircon, so we can kind of get away from it. So I don't really mind that. They did also have a skill trainer I didn't look at, but that's fine. I just hit that up with a fresh save. Yeah, if I could get some medical skill trainers in here, that'd be great. What's your beef, mate? Marlboro? About to break. Because recreationally starved. Hauling berries to a shelf. Alright, well, after you haul your berries, like, his mood just dropped then. I'll see if I can kick him out of the kitchen. Otherwise, I think I had him going on a caravan, but I don't anymore. What are you doing, Phoenix? I saw you. Phoenix is in his patrolling state. He's lapping. The funny thing is, when I say lapping, I just think of it as like a thing that people used to do in the early 2000s, where you drive around, like literally just drive your car around just to be seen and stuff. But I assume the very same thing with Phoenix is that he's driving his little car around just to be seen. But yeah, last week we took like 3 prisoners. We got attacked by a triple raid of 110 people. That wasn't great, just because where it was, we had like, I had my allies up here for a trade, and they popped up like here, and obviously they popped up the top, and they popped up down the bottom and stuff. There were also spots where I can't get to them easily, but the people that I wanted were up near where the traders came in, so I didn't really get them. I kind of got somebody though. I think Toad does cooking, and I do want that. I do need some cooks. I think I'm okay with cooks. I know I had initially that I wanted 11. We're down to like 5 more people, and I'd really prefer those to be like medically inclined, preferably, or at least like some kind of like decent skill set, because a lot of my early people were like plants and animals, some cooking, some medical. I've got a few intellectuals around, some people that are fucking buff for construction. Like, some of the people over here, and you're probably like a 16 or something, right? 15. That's not too bad. 17. These people, they'd be building. Anywho, so there's a couple of spots in here. I changed my mind. I was like, oh, let me rip up my floor in here. And then I changed my mind because I realized I need this room. and now I'm trying to put it all fucking back and deconstruct stuff at the same time. So yeah, we're going to end up having enough beds, hopefully, like just skimming by. I'm hoping if a lot of people are in relationships, I don't have to worry as much, but everybody should have an individual double bed here. At least a bed of some sort, you know, so that is an improvement. Also, they need to hold that. Why so happily balancing feather on nose, smiling? No. You're doing tricks over there, Viking. I'm also trying to get my animals bred back up, preferably, and any kind of meat animals and stuff. Because yeah, we've only got like 300 animals at the moment, which is really low. That's like half supply, but at least it's up to half. To be fair, we got it down to what, 1/3, and now it's back up to half. So yeah, we're getting there. It's gonna be slow because like I have to still balance out like the amount of animals versus like what like quantity of those animals I need. Like I got a lot of sheep and shit at the moment, like a lot more than I really should. And I think we had an issue with the carnivores, with cats and stuff, where I couldn't feed them because we didn't have meat. But we're working on that. I also accidentally had my wall lamps come in here, and I'd rather them disassemble it than go and install it on a wall, find out what color it is. My inventory is also super empty, which is wild. I never see it's empty. Oh yeah, we got the floors. We got floors in here. Not all the floors, apparently, but we got a lot of them. Missed a spot. But yeah, we, sorry. We got some sterile tile in here finally, which is nice, you know? Is that Marlboro? Yeah, go rest, mate. I know you're going off to rest, but for fuck's sake, are you hungry as well, or is it just sleep? Sleep, mood, recreation. He can still have a spat when he wakes up because he's still pretty pissed, but aside from that, it should be fine. Mine's in the big box, wagging tail happily. Lol. Where'd you get a big box from, Viking? I only have a little one. Viking must have brought his own. BYB box. What is it, my wolves just like bring boxes to my stream or something? I'm like, oh man, yeah, BYOB. And the funny thing is, like, in Australia you get the, what is it, the BYOB BQ or something like that, like where you like start adding on extra letters and shit, like the barbecue and stuff. Like, that's actually been a legitimate thing before. Quite funny. You should be recruitable. A lot of these people aren't gonna be. Maybe. Oh yeah, you're still, wow, but that's okay. Alright, so apart from that, what else we do? Started making turrets and guns. What just blew up? That better have been an animal in the area. It might have actually been. Hey Captain, have a good stream. No worries, Captain. Thank you for dropping in. Sandler. I just saw at the same time like an ad is like due, and I'm like, ads. It's fine. Hey, everyone loves the BYO BBQ. I don't really call it that here. Oh, really? Because, like, here, sometimes barbecues are, like, super portable. Obviously, like, not all the time. I'm not getting the outer parts of this. Yeah, not all, oh, what do you call it? Not all people's, like, barbecues are, like, lift-upable and, like, move around and stuff. Like, a lot of them are pretty much, like, if you're having, like, a party in, like, the street or some shit like that, you can usually just wheel your barbecue out or some shit. You know, it's not that bad. I was just thinking, I'm like, I remember we used to have, like, street parties, not here, not where I am, but, like, I don't know. They used to exist. It's wild. Imagine knowing your neighbors. How horrible. I shouldn't say it like that. Like, I'm sure a lot of people got nice neighbors. I just don't give a fuck to know them. You got an artery blockage, but you're okay. I was actually having a look around because I was hoping to find somebody that's a night timer, which you are, that could do plants, which I think could be Lincoln if he's out and around. But if Lincoln's up, he's probably cooking. I just want to grab a couple of people. Silverware might be able to do it. No. Funny that most of my good night timers are not able to do plant stuff. Mate, I don't know why you hitched, but I'm not having you hitched up here. We had, when I was trying to work on this, We tried to work on it like super urgently overnight. I basically called in like the majority of my construction people, which was great. But I was also adding in this section down the bottom here. And between the two of them, obviously I had to wait until you get to 2200 hours for all of the animals to stop fucking roaming through. And yeah, eventually they stopped roaming through and we could finally get like some actual stuff. Are they planting trees again? Oh, it's cotton. I was gonna say I'm like tiny trees. It's fine if they plant this out as cotton. We are getting hops for the animals. And I noticed that this grow room is not quite big enough with the light, which kind of sucks because there's a bit of extra room that isn't growing in that Devil Strand. I could turn it to something less useful like berries or something, but I've been slowly changing over these rooms. Like, I'm doing a huge outdoor cotton area. What is this at the moment? Heel root. That's fine. I could turn that to like just a small room. Actually, you know what I should do? I should do that because once we pick that, I've got this big ass room up here gonna be all Devil Strand, and it's mostly gonna cover a lot of the room. Not all of it. We're gonna get a lot of it. I probably need to shove like one more light in here. I'm trying to conserve some fucking electricity in this entire place because I don't have that. I just don't have electricity. As you can see, we're still low on it, which reminds me, I gotta get more solar built. Phoenix, the fuck you doing? I can hear you in that window. Phoenix is my cat, and he's just like, he shoved his face in like the metal blinds, and I could just hear him, and I'm like, he normally shoves his face all the way through, and then it's not so much like he gets stuck, but it's still a lot of noise for him to get his head back out of there. He's never got stuck. It's flexible metal stuff. It's fine. He's already left the room. But yeah, he's very, very, very active tonight. While we've got the Christmas tree lights, the nice thing is that I can have that lighting up like part of my house. And I think in some capacity that gives him a little bit of confidence to walk around at night. So he's doing a lot more walking around than he really should be. Are you going to rest? God damn it. Okay, that's fine. I'll see if I can find somebody who's not going to rest. I'm out here looking for somebody that's capable of doing a little bit of plant stuff, but it is also nighttime. A lot of my gardening people are daytimers, so they're all going off to rest. I might have to wait till morning to grab them. Kind of sucks, but this is fine. What else we need? Oh yeah, we traded food. Like, we traded a lot of food, like a lot of rice, like tens of thousands of rice for what do you call it? For like stealing components and shit, which was fine. It's a good trade as far as I'm concerned. Who needs treatment? Purple, mate. Carcinoma major going. Less humorous, mate. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I know what the carcinoma is. That's fine. The fuck is a humerus? Hold on. I need to Google that. I can't remember off the top of my head what the fuck that is. Upper arm. Okay. Fine. Yeah, there's certain fucking phrases I just don't remember. I could cut that off, but what do? You do plants, mining, social, shooting. I mean, it's gonna affect your shooting, but aside from that, I don't see there being a problem. You're like 58. Fine. Hawks got inspiration while they're asleep. Well, picks out a box wagon to happily with a small box on head. Oi! Leave that little box alone, fucking. Watching you. Peeking out of stuff. Most barbecue stoves or whatever they're actually called here are portable. They're very rare for people to have a permanent installation like stone or something. To be honest, it's pretty uncommon to have a grill. It's quite common people buy disposable ones in summer because of that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like overseas where people just have like these like little portable, almost like camping grill things, and they'll just like grab one of those and cook on and shit. I see that a lot, whereas in Australia, like most of us either have an installed like properly walled in barbecue unit, right? That's a fixture outside, or we have a portable unit of some sort. And by portable, it's not usually small. It's usually like, I don't know, probably the width of 2 people still. Like I had a little one when I moved in because I used to do barbecues when I had my previous house and shit. But like I haven't. I pretty much like didn't do any barbecues for ages, and I'm like, this thing is like, it was super rusted out because the last person to use it was my dad, and he didn't clean it, and I didn't know because I thought he cleaned it because I always cleaned my barbecue and shit after use, and I thought he always cleaned his barbecue after use because that's where I learnt it from. But no, he didn't clean my barbecue, so it ended up like rusting out terribly, and some of the burners on the grill and stuff snapped off and shit, so I couldn't use it anymore, which sucked. But I put it out on the side of the road, and here in Australia, you put anything on the side of the road and people just like scavenge it kind of thing. It's like looting, and yeah, just people just will just drive past and they'll see that it's there and they'll be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go pull that shit apart. And yeah, so it just got parted out, and after a little while it was small enough that I could chuck it in my wheelie bin, whatever was left. Obviously, like, you know, the big gas tank and shit I took back to like a servo or something so I could like exchange it. It was one of those take it, because here in Australia you've got the ability to exchange a gas tank, I think. I don't know if you fucking, I don't know if there's a small fee. It's been probably a decade since I did it last, so I don't remember. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you normally just go inside and say you need to exchange it, whatever. If there's a fee, there's a fee. And you literally just put your gas tank in and pick out a fresh full one and off you go. And then they basically like, they send the gas tanks away to get like checked and refueled and serviced and all that shit. And it just keeps getting recycled. So everybody just keeps using used gas canisters for the most part. That's kind of how that shit works here. But yeah, I haven't had a barbecue for like more than a decade. Obviously for like the last decade, I haven't been able to eat meat for the most part. So barbecues and shit haven't really been my priority. But before that, I probably stopped doing like celebrations and stuff. Like I wasn't somebody that partied, but I was somebody that did gatherings. So like I used to have, you know, the barbecue and shit like that for that purpose. This place is like fucking filthy. I'm looking at this and I'm like, ugh, gnarly. But I know I've got to allow the fucking thrombos to come in through somewhere. Which reminds me, that doesn't have power, does it? I'm kind of like having a look around and just sort of seeing if I spot shit that's out, you know? Like, I'm going to have to bring this down here. Which isn't a huge issue. I probably should put in that doorway, though. I should put a hidden conduit. That way it doesn't show up when they open the doors and shit. Oh, Space so happily sees ad. Look. Eyes and box are getting peeks out, I can tell. Still happy. Was it still having small box on head? If you didn't have that box on your head, Viking, I would boop you. Get booped. You're safe for booping at the moment. Because that tiny box is very fucking cute. Viking's being adorable. What is it? Generally, if someone owns a grill here, they're probably making food for a large number of people. So, yeah, usually have pretty large. What the fuck? What do you mean, what the fuck? Because, like, I actually found that when we got flooded in here, back when I was by myself, I got flooded in into my suburb and shit. And we had no power for a week during, like, some huge floods and stuff. And I got really lucky because I had the barbecue, because what I'd done is I basically took all my food and I shoved it in the freezer on the first night, because I just figured that the power was going to go out, and it did. It went out for like 5 days or whatever, but we were still trapped in the suburb for like the week. And I just remember, like, on the 5th day, when basically everybody was down to like whatever dry food was in their cupboard, I just got out and had a full tilt fucking barbecue with like pork chops, and I like boiled a pot of water and stuff so I could have a warm shower. I'm just like, I don't know, I was kind of prepared. I have a barbecue. And like I just had all my neighbors poking their nose over the fence, like looking at what the smell was coming from and like, what the hell kind of thing. Because like obviously by that point in time your nose is a little bit more sensitive to like something you haven't eaten for a week. And yeah, I just remember it was just so funny because like I just had this massive like soup pot of water, and I went and had a fucking shower with that, with like hot water. And yeah, and I had like these huge pork chops, because they were like these huge like barbecued pork chops or whatever back when I could eat that. And I just remember, like, I had no sides, no nothing else. It was just these chops, and I think I had a candy bar in the freezer too that I'd shoved in there underneath stuff. And everything else, like all of my ice and all of my like frozen shit was all like done. Like it was fully thawed out, and I probably shouldn't eat it and stuff. But the meat and stuff, it was still cold to the touch when I got it out of the freezer. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna cook that up. I'm not gonna waste that. I was really chuffed with that one because I'm like, you know, I got to have like a damn good meal on the last day, and we didn't get like food supplies and shit back in here for like a while. You had to drive pretty far to get stuff. So yeah, it was a nice sort of treat in amongst all the horribleness, you know. I also realized that I don't know if I've got floor in here or if that's just, I think it's just where my light's expanding to. But yeah, I saw this and I'm like, oh man, I haven't put my floor down here. And I'm like, no, it's actually the darkness between that. I wonder what they think when they pass through. Hold on, he's doing that. Oh, we got a new recruit. Bombay's got inspired recruitment. It'd be great if I could get you. Hold on. That one's asleep. Could you come and talk to Toad? No, you can't. That's fine. Yeah, no. Alright, Semme though. What have you got? Nothing great, but she's a daytimer, so this will be nice and easy for that. There's big propane tanks, they're super reusable. Yeah. I don't know if they're like what fucking gas they've got in them over here. Like, I know, like as soon as somebody says propane tanks, I just think of Hank Hill. But I don't know, we just have whatever the fuck the gas is in it. Like in Australia, like I don't know if we have like a specific type or whatever, but yeah, there's like gas canisters and shit like that. That's about as much as I know about that. I have to assume on some level it's probably just propane, because like that's what King of the Hill has taught me, is it's propane. And I'm like, it's good enough, it's probably right. What was that? Go Frenzy. That's fine, they can go Frenzy. But yeah, here in Australia, like a barbecue doesn't necessarily have to be a status of like having big cooks and stuff like that. All it really is what do you call it? It's more of a gathering thing. It's a social thing. Like you could have literally like a gathering with like 3 or 4 people. It could be 2 people, whatever. But a barbecue is a barbecue. It's a social event generally. So yeah, most people will just like gather around it. I might bring these up to. I don't really want you doing 2 on wardening, hunting. Not that great. That's right. I was going to give you some crunchy skills, and I was hoping that even if you botched a few things around the base, you get your skills up a little bit. Because you don't have a lot of other stuff, and I don't have a lot of skill trainers at the moment. What do you like? Intellectual and stuff. I don't think I have intellectual trainers or melee trainers. What have I got? Actually I do. Hold on. Let's pop you an intellectual, and what's this? Artistic. No. Okay, we'll save the artistic for later, but that should do. They'll get you a bit more on that. What else? The same way. Usually we only do propane for tiny camping stoves. I don't really refer to them in the same way as a grill barbecue. We kind of refer to them as like portable stoves or camping stoves and stuff. Yeah. It's really interesting. I only actually learned, I know this sounds really stupid, but I literally only learned this month the difference between a grill and a griddle. Because I'm like, in Australia, we refer to both of them as the same thing. So, you know, on a barbecue here in Australia, most barbecues have the flat tray, and we've got the grilling racks as well, right? So it's usually like both. And so barbecue's a barbecue, right? It's a grill. It's kind of like the same thing with like chips, right? It's all the same shit. Just a different way of referring to it. But yeah, apparently, what do you call it? Apparently the griddle or whatever is where you've got like the flatbed. So I don't know why I didn't know that. Maybe it's just not something that like Australians particularly mention. Maybe. I don't know, because we just call it a barbecue. Like, it's all a barbecue. It doesn't matter if it's a little tiny Weber. It doesn't matter if it's a portable barbecue. It doesn't matter if it's a big-ass stove that's mounted into, like, rock or stone or whatever. Like, barbecue's barbecue. The fuck you on about, Phoenix? Fucking coming in here smack-talking me. What is this? Limestone. Is that that's a storage thing. That is my cat, by the way, that screamed. I'm not sure. I can't get the fucking storage bit behind it. Or we've removed